What if I told you that a young boy from Zimbabwe has invented a generator that runs on nothing but water? This is the extraordinary story of McHenry Lawayo, a student who has become one of Africa's most mysterious young inventors.
If my generator is working, it's because of the power of water that I discovered. The water inside can get very hot. The steam goes through this pipe. It then reaches this chamber here, which is the pump. It comes out and pushes through another pipe, but it's still under a lot of pressure. This pressure helps the system run continuously for a period of time. Then it comes out and you can use it with this pistol nozzle here.
While other kids are asleep, McHenry stays wide awake, sketching blueprints from dreams he swears aren't his own. He calls them divine downloads, detailed designs for machines that defy logic. By sunrise, he's already knee-deep in scrapyards, hunting for broken electronics, old batteries, and metal parts. No toys, no games, just a mission to build what the world says is impossible. His most famous creation is a water-powered generator that defies conventional understanding. Using nothing but recycled components and a small water pump, McHenry built a device that generates between 2 to 25 volts, enough power to charge mobile phones and run small electronics. The generator works by harnessing the kinetic energy of flowing water, converting it into electrical current through a system he claims came to him completely in a dream. But here's where the story gets even more incredible. McHenry didn't stop there. His workshop, more precisely his family's yard filled with electronic scraps, has produced multiple functioning drones, all built from materials others had thrown away. These aren't simple toy helicopters. They're sophisticated flying machines capable of controlled flight, complete with propellers he crafted himself and control systems that would challenge engineering students. The most haunting part of McHenry's story isn't just what he builds, it's how he builds it. He insists that every invention arrives fully formed in his dreams. No trial and error. No prototypes. He wakes up with complete knowledge of wire placements, voltage requirements, and mechanical assemblies that he's never studied in school. It's as if his subconscious has access to an engineering library that exists nowhere on Earth. This phenomenon raises questions that make even seasoned inventors pause. How does a primary school student in rural Zimbabwe, with limited access to formal electronics education, create functional power generators? How does someone so young understand complex principles of energy conversion in aerodynamics? The scientific community remains baffled, while McHenry continues building one dream at a time. His TikTok videos have exploded across social media platforms, showing him casually demonstrating devices that seasoned engineers struggle to explain. In one clip, he connects his water generator to a mobile phone, and viewers watch in amazement as the battery percentage climbs. In another, his homemade drone hovers steadily above his head, responding to commands from a controller he assembled from spare parts. McHenry's story echoes a rich tradition of African innovation that has often gone unnoticed by the global community. His journey parallels that of William Kamkwamba, another young African inventor who captured the world's attention. Kamkwamba, from neighboring Malawi, was just 14 when he built a windmill from bicycle parts and blue gum trees during a devastating famine. His creation, inspired by a library book with pictures he couldn't fully read, brought electricity to his village and eventually earned him a scholarship to Dartmouth College. Kamkwamba's windmill generated enough power to run lights and a radio in his family's home, transforming not just their daily life, but inspiring an entire generation of young African inventors. His story became a best-selling memoir, The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind, and later a Netflix film. Yet what makes McHenry's story uniquely compelling is this element of dreams, this claim that his innovations arrive through visions rather than traditional learning. The contrast is striking. While Kamkwamba spent hours studying textbook diagrams and experimenting with different configurations, McHenry describes waking up with complete technical knowledge. Where Kamkwamba's genius lay in adapting existing technology with available materials, McHenry claims to be channeling entirely new designs from his subconscious mind. But Zimbabwe has a complex relationship with unconventional inventors. The country is also home to Maxwell Chikumbutso, who has made far grander claims about revolutionary technologies, including generators that produce electricity without conventional fuel and cars that require no charging. However, investigations into Chikumbutso's work have raised serious questions about the legitimacy of his claims, with many experts labeling them as elaborate hoaxes. This context makes McHenry's story even more intriguing. Unlike Chikumbutso's grand proclamations about violating the laws of physics, McHenry's inventions operate within the realm of known scientific principles. His water generator uses established methods of kinetic energy conversion. His drones follow conventional aerodynamic laws. The mystery isn't whether his devices work. Videos clearly show they do, but rather how he acquired the knowledge to build them. The implications extend far beyond one young inventor's unusual creative process. Mac Henry's story highlights the incredible ingenuity emerging from African communities, often working with minimal resources but maximum creativity. It challenges Western assumptions about where innovation comes from and how it develops. Most importantly, it suggests that the next generation of African inventors might be approaching problem-solving in ways that traditional education systems haven't fully recognized or nurtured. Consider the broader picture. While developed countries invest billions in formal STEM education and high-tech laboratories, young people like Mac Henry are creating functional technology from literal garbage. They're proving that innovation doesn't require expensive equipment or prestigious institutions. It requires curiosity, determination, and apparently, in some cases, vivid dreams. Mac Henry's water generator addresses a very real need in his community. Reliable electricity remains a challenge across much of rural Zimbabwe, making his low-cost, sustainable power source potentially transformative. His drones could have applications in everything from crop monitoring to emergency communications. These are just clever gadgets, they're practical solutions born from understanding local problems intimately. The dream element of his story taps into something deeper, the mysterious nature of creativity itself. Throughout history, breakthrough innovations have often been described as sudden insights, moments of clarity that seem to come from beyond conscious thought. Scientists have discovered molecular structures in dreams. Musicians have woken up with complete symphonies in their head. Perhaps Mac Henry's experience represents an extreme version of this phenomenon, where his subconscious mind processes technical information and assembles it into functional designs while he sleeps. What makes his story compelling for audiences worldwide isn't just the inventions themselves, but the mysteries surrounding their origin. In an age where artificial intelligence is reshaping how we think about intelligence and creativity, Mac Henry's story asks fundamental questions. Where do ideas really come from? Can the human mind access knowledge in ways we don't fully understand? And what happens when exceptional creativity meets desperate necessity? His TikTok fame has brought international attention to his work, but it has also highlighted the challenges facing young African inventors. While his videos go viral, gaining millions of views and thousands of comments, Mac Henry still works with discarded parts in his family's backyard. The contrast between global recognition and local resources illustrates the broader disconnect between celebrating African innovation and actually supporting it. Mac Henry's story is still unfolding. Each new video reveals another impossible creation built from impossible circumstances. His followers eagerly await his next dream-inspired invention, while skeptics continue searching for rational explanations for his abilities. Engineers study his designs, trying to reverse engineer not just his devices but his creative process itself. What's certain is that Mac Henry Liwayo represents something unprecedented in the world of young inventors. Whether his dreams truly deliver technical blueprints or his subconscious mind has developed extraordinary pattern recognition abilities, he's creating functional technology that shouldn't exist. In doing so, he's building hope, inspiring a generation of young Africans to believe that solutions can come from anywhere, even from dreams. The boy who builds from dreams continues his work, one nocturnal vision at a time, proving that the future of innovation might be more mysterious, more wonderful, and more unpredictable than anyone imagined. In a world increasingly dependent on technology, perhaps what we need most are dreamers like Mac Henry, young minds willing to turn impossibility into electricity, one discarded part at a time.